Hey, my magicals. Okay, so energy update. Right. It's been an interesting couple of weeks since the last time we touched base with the energy update. At the time, I'd spoken to you about a healing that I was going through, and oh my God, this healing has taken me to places that I just never anticipated. Um, Physically, it's been challenging to say the least. Last week, beginning of the week, I purged. I had about 3 days over the weekend and the week of purging rage and anger that had been installed in my system. And so on Wednesday, my blood pressure hit 245. Um, I was not well, to say the least. I was dizzy. I was nauseous. I fell over 2 or 3 times. Wasn't well. So I've been a bit quiet because I've had to recalibrate after this healing. And let me just tell you, I'm still in the process of the healing. It is not done yet. This is purging 46 and a half, 47 years basically of abandonment, core wounding of abandonment. So it's a big one. So I have come on to talk to you about a few things today that Kelso wants to chat with you about. The energy has been tough, to say the least. Sorry. When I say tough, what I mean by tough is that I was watching a reader this morning and he had the perfect description for this year. It's like we've all been swimming through jello that someone hasn't added enough water to. It was the perfect analogy for the energy at the moment. What I want to say is that I have been told that there is a lot of frustration out there at the moment. People are feeling like they're not achieving, that they're not getting. I know it. I can feel it because every time I've activated something that I've wanted to do, something's come along and it's been not a procrastination. There has been partly procrastination on my part. I'm not going to lie. I have to own that. But there's been something that has held us back or something that's taken priority, or there's been a healing, or there's been like a tower moment that's come in and there's been financial stuff that's had to go into it. Whatever it is, somehow it feels like our plans have really been delayed this year. And Kelso wants to talk about this first. He's quite adamant about this. And he's saying that this is not the year to get things done. Now, what I'm going to say to that is not everything comes to a standstill because of the energy of the year. What he's meaning by that is that there are some situations in our space that require a bit more time and a bit more fine tuning for ourselves before we get into them. This is the year of letting go. Okay, it's a big one. And we're finding it more and more. There is so much energy. I mean, like yesterday was a 9/9 portal. I was, and I, you know, there's so much energy at the moment of release and support for us to let go of what no longer serves us. I've been going on about this for years and years and years, mostly because I need to learn it. To be absolutely fair, like if you ever want like the slow person in the class, it's me, right? Because I just don't seem to be learning all of this shit. But this is about us doing the big releases now. Like for me, this is probably my biggest healing ever, and it probably will remain one of my biggest healings because I don't believe that we heal everything in one go. I think there will come a time where this will be revisited in some which way, shape, or form, but probably not to the same extent. Now, we've spoken about Pluto going into Capricorn. I've spoken about it on my reading channels. I know my reading's a little bit behind. I really have had to recalibrate, guys, seriously recalibrate. So back in action, I was unprepared. Like this is exactly it. Like I came on the last time saying I'm back in action. It's all good. And then this healing just took me, like seriously. I've had to postpone classes because I cannot manage a full day. At that stage, I wasn't like the day after 245 like BP kind of thing. I wasn't able to actually do a full day Reiki class and things like that. So we're all being like having these little delays, right? All this time, giving us, okay. Instead of saying that it's restricting us, let's look at it in the sense of it's allowing us the space to actually do what we need to do, which for me is at the moment is recalibrate, right? And this week's been much better. I'm back into like really full-on client sessions, and it's been really good to be in that space again. However, grateful for the space of being able to take care of business last week when I really wasn't well. Okay. Now, here's the thing around all of this. Honestly, we are being given these gaps now, guys, to make the most of it and to do what we need to do. If we are not going to use these gaps now, it is going to be wasted time. One of the things I spoke about in my readings is that the 4 cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra, this Pluto transit into Capricorn affects every single sign. Okay, so it's those 4 cardinal signs are not the only ones being affected. We're all being affected. However, the 4 signs that I've spoken about, and I'm just reiterating it for the cheap seats at the back, it's a big one, guys. Those 4 cardinal signs started a karmic cycle, a hectic karmic cycle 16 years ago. 2008 it started when Pluto transitioned into Capricorn back then. Okay. We have a 10-week gap. Well, we now have a 9-week gap, right? Where it has transitioned back into Capricorn to tie up loose ends. Okay. Now, the reason that Kelso is having this conversation with you guys today is don't get frustrated by delays and detours. Okay, because that's going to create resistance. The minute we do that, it creates resistance. Right. The other thing is, don't be in resistance to anything. This is not a time and space for resistance. The 4 cardinal signs, we are needing to, more than all of the other signs, we are needing to wrap up stuff. We are needing to finish the healings, do the work, set the boundaries, do the self-love, do the self-care. We are needing to do all of that at the moment while we have this 9-week period before Pluto transitions and transitions into Aquarius. Okay. Guys, this is the last time that Pluto is in Capricorn for the next 250-something years. Okay. Our grandchildren won't see it. Okay. So the healings and things that we are needing to do now are going to be paramount to us moving forward closer to the end of the year. Kelso is saying that the energy come the end of the year will start lightening up, right? There are things that are going to come into play. That is not to say that this is doom and gloom. Don't say that. I've had many miracles. I've had amazing gifts and blessings and miracles happen in the last couple of weeks. We have to be open to that. But when we're sitting in spaces of resistance to what's actually going down, like if I had sat in resistance to this healing now, I'm telling you, I would have been 10 steps back. And I started it in a bit of resistance, which is probably why it's still dragging out a bit. Now I'm just going with it. If something comes up, it comes up. I deal with it, right? I tackle it and I deal with it. This is not the period for resistance. I cannot say that in any other way. I probably should have Google translated it in Mandarin Chinese or something like that to give it to you in a different language. Guys, it is imperative that we are going with what is being presented to us now. Kelso is saying to me that what is being presented to us now, right? I think he did that because I'm a fatty. Just hold on. He used a food analogy. Just hold on. Okay. What's being presented to us now is essential for us to get what we want further down the line. So it is now necessary for us to face what's being presented. He's kind of like saying, it's like being at one of those restaurants that do the conveyor belts of food, right? And he's using cheese as an example. And he's like, he's not knocking cheddar, just for the record, just, because everyone's going to say, but cheddar's nice. But it's like when the basic cheeses come out first, but you've got to go to the basic cheeses to get to the Gruyères and the Emmentaler and all those sexy cheeses, the provolones that come out at the end of it, right? I really do think he used that analogy because I'm a fatty and that's just rude, but anyway, we'll go with it. But that's the kind of situation we're in now. The stuff that's coming along on the conveyor of our lives is the stuff that has to preempt the stuff that we are wanting to come in later on. Okay, it is essential. There is nothing we can do at this point in time to change that. My 4 cardinal signs, guys, get it together. You have 9 weeks. And that includes me. That includes me, right? I'm a Cancer. Cancer and Aries are my 2 strongest signs in my birth chart. Not to mention the fact that I also have Libra and Capricorn in my birth chart. So, I mean, Libra is my north node, for God's sake, right? My destiny, right? I'm affected by this Pluto transit, right? Which I think is why such a huge healing has come up. Nothing happens at the wrong time. Okay. Do not delay the stuff you're wanting to manifest. And why I'm talking about the stuff coming in and what you're wanting to manifest, right? Because we go to section 2 of the little TED talk, is that we have got a very powerful portal coming up for manifestation. We have got a full moon with a lunar eclipse on the 17th of this month. Okay, we hit eclipse season, guys. Let me explain to you that should we go into eclipse season, right? Resisting the eclipse season, it's going to be like white water rafting gone bad. That's what it's going to be like. It's going to be us being thrown off of the raft. It's going to be us hitting one slipping rock patch after another. It's going to be turmoil and turbulence and currents and undercurrents. It's going to be chaos. If we go into this being prepared for it energetically, doing the work that we need to do now, it will go far smoother for us. Okay, I always say to you guys, we are not salmon. We don't swim upstream. This is more important now than ever. And I say that with every fiber of my being. Okay, so again, we go back to things like making sure that we're grounding, drinking lots of water, spending the time in nature. Kelso is talking to me about, he wants to remind you again about the frustration. He keeps going back to the frustration. He's saying that just make sure that you are not staying in spaces of frustration and this is not working for me, and be careful about your stories and your words, right? We're in a very potent time now where our words are really creating realities and things like that. It's a very strong energetic energy at the moment, energetic time and space, right? We're in a period of time, not energy, energetic energy, really. First word. Just go with it today. Just go with it. Very, very powerful, like portalish, time-ish kind of energy. Okay, so just be careful with your words there. No frustration, no resistance. Okay. He's going to talk to me now about the physical things that are coming up. The first thing is vertigo. There is a lot of dizziness and nausea involved in this next few weeks of shifting, if you aren't already feeling it. Lack of sleep, guys. So if you can get sleep, you can check. I'm like, the bags under my eyes are starting to match my shoes. It's great. And this is my hag hair. I've decided I can't anymore. It's my hag hair. I'm going with it. Right. So, but here's the thing. He's saying dizziness, nausea, vertigo. You may very well feel your ears ringing quite a bit. Okay, that's okay. He's saying that those are going to be indications of the points you are shifting. So pay attention to that. Lack of sleep, loss of balance. I've been told as well. Couple of those things coming up in the next couple of weeks. Okay. You guys have been following me for a while. Use your physical signs to listen to what your energy is trying to say to you. Okay. I never have blood pressure issues. My blood pressure is a little bit lower than normal. It's normally 110/70. Every doctor I've ever been to who knows about it and has been absolutely fine with it, they're all like, okay, if that's your vibe, that's your vibe. What I want to tell you is at 2:45, I really should have been having a stroke. I knew I wasn't going to have a stroke simply because of the fact that I knew it was part of my healing. Okay. Your body is going to tell you what you are processing. Listen to it. Listen to it, because you will know what you have covered. So, for example, like I said, I'd done the rage for like 2 or 3 days where I was just purging all of this anger and this rage that had been sitting in me and letting it out. My blood pressure went up. What happens? Let's logic this out, okay? You don't have to be a psychic for this. I'm trying to like teach you how to actually make this work, right? Let's logic this out. What happens when you get angry, your blood pressure goes up. So it's a natural response that your body is going to physically purge that. If you are one of those people, I am one of those people that genuinely physically purge everything. Okay. So the last 2 or 3 weeks I've fallen over, I've lost my balance. I've had nausea, dizziness, migraines, high blood pressure, lack of sleep, night vomits. That's been fun. That's been really great. Upset tummy, like you name it. Okay. If you find that your digestive system is playing up, look at what you are facing and is it hard for you to digest? Is it hard for you to stomach? Is the energy hard for you to stomach? Right? Does it make you feel sick to your stomach when you think about the stuff that you're trying to heal? Guys, it's quite common sense-ish, right? If you look at it, but it will talk to you about what's coming up and what you are healing. Okay. Now, I'm well aware that I've purged. I've got millions more ampules of anger and rage, I'm quite sure, in my body. I don't think that's going to be the last rage. But it makes sense to me that my blood pressure would rise. So naturally, I'm aware that that wasn't going to end up in a stroke because it was a purging. And I don't believe that I'm going to purge something that I've healed and then like kick the bucket because of it. That doesn't make sense. Right? So don't panic around stuff. If you are truly not feeling well, if you are having extreme measures like I am because of how I purge, go to doctors. Okay? Go to the doctor. But don't panic around some of the symptoms. Okay, he's saying this is going to be a very physical purging for a lot of people. So just make sure that you are prepared for that in the best possible ways. Rest when you can. Lots of antibiotics. If you guys have got stress, ashwagandha, take your ashwagandha, take moringa, right? Take sea moss. Balance out your body in order for it to cope with the purgings. Okay? And just breathe. Meditation is going to be key to us getting through this now. He's talking to us about mental clarity because I'm asking why the dizziness and the nausea. And I'm being told that it's downloads. In the process of us healing, as we are healing, we are receiving the downloads for next steps, for life path, for that kind of energy. Okay. I've had massive my cancer, he's right. I've had massive downloads around all of this and epiphanies. Okay. Guys, just take it easy for the next couple of weeks. All right. I will try and come back on again next week and do another energy update just to keep you updated. I might come on sooner. I don't know how that's all going to play out. I, at this point, have got no clue how this healing is going to play out. I am just going with it. I am not resisting it. I'm embracing it and just realizing that I cannot get what I want when my hands are filled with the past. So I'm just letting it all go. Right, so I will be catching up my readings. Guys, take it easy out there. Breathe through it. My cardinal signs, pay attention. Pay attention to what's being brought to the table, my angels, because this is the time that you get to really create a fresh start for yourself. Pluto transits into Aquarius on the 19th, I want to say, the 19th, the 20th of November. That literally creates a brand new chapter in our lives. So remember, we've also got Chiron and Saturn and Uranus and Neptune all still in play in retrograde, okay? And that means that, especially with Saturn, the work you put in now will be rewarded in the new chapter. Fact. Saturn doesn't make empty promises. Saturn's about karma, and karma at the end of the day is an action and a reaction. It's a balance. It's a balancing act. Okay, so what you put in, you will get out. Universal law. So make it good, guys. We've got 9 weeks to use this energy fully before Pluto transits out of Capricorn. Sorry. But take care of yourself. Do not resist. Do not create frustrations. If things are not working out, and trust me, I know, I'm in the process of doing stuff that I've wanted to do for so long, and it's really being delayed for a number of different reasons. And all I do now is I take a step back and I take a breath and I go, thank you that I'm being protected. Even if I cannot see the protection, thank you that I am being protected. It's that simple. Thank you that this is for my highest good. I turn it into a gratitude rather than a frustration. Not because I'm a saint, because I don't want to actually do this shit again, quite frankly. I'm done. Like, I'm really like reaching maximum capacity. So actually, I'm just choosing wisely is what I'm going to say. I'm by no means a saint. No, this has really brought me to my knees. Okay, so guys, I'm going to say to you, have a beautiful, beautiful week. I had a client session yesterday where a very interesting question came up, and I'm going to be addressing it in a video. I'm going to try for this afternoon. I've got client sessions this afternoon. If not, tomorrow morning, I've got some time. I want to do a video on actually how to heal. We keep on talking about this healing, doing this, doing that, doing the next thing. I want to actually do a quick video like this tomorrow on how to actually heal. Okay, it's easy for me to sit here and go, we need to heal this, we need to heal that. But I'm going to speak to you around about how we do the actual healing itself tomorrow. Okay, so for those of you who are new to healing or new to this path and are not clear on how to manage stuff, tomorrow's tomorrow's message will be about that. And then I will start catching up with the weekly readings, all that. Apologies, guys, but I've had to take care of me. I really have had to take care of me. This caught me completely off guard. Was not anticipating such a hectic healing. And we're going into week 7 now. So this has been a long one. It's been a really long one. Okay, so I am sending you so much love as always. Take it easy. Like, if you're having stuff, let me know in the comments. I don't always get notified of the comments, guys, so I do reply to the comments as and when I see them. Thank you for the likes and the shares and the subscribes. It really does mean so much to me, and I'm just so grateful to have you all around for this ride. And I really hope that you got something out of today's video, because it's an important one. I know it seems a bit like, but it really is an important one, guys. Please, cardinal signs, step up, guys. Step up. Now's the time to really, you have the opportunity to really close a karmic chapter. Take it. Take it. We cannot expect the universe to deliver stuff to us on a silver platter. The energy is working in our favor, so work with it. Okay, remember, you take one step towards the universe and it takes 10 steps towards you. Okay, so big loves, guys. I will catch you tomorrow for the healing, and during the course of my time, whenever I've got a spare moment, I will be putting out readings on the reading channel. Okay, big loves, and have a beautiful afternoon, guys. Big loves.